Hi there, welcome to my channel where we talk about positive things and how that can help our lives. I think it's quite easy to assume kind of vice in strangers that we don't know, and when they do something that annoys us, we kind of assume that they are evil and they are trying to get out there to get you. I had some incidents this week in terms of my neighbor. Um, when I asked them to mow the lawn, because our lawns are joined together, so we always share one gardener and pay them and share the payment. When I asked the neighbors to do it, the neighbor were not very happy, and they say that they will skip it. So I said that maybe they can do some weeding for me instead of paying that $20 whatever they can do some weeding for me, and I will pay for the gardener. So they say okay, and I think a few days, about maybe 3-4 days later, they didn't do any of the weeding. And so for me, I was sitting around every day looking at the weeds and thinking that they are totally trying to ignore me, and they are playing me for fool, and they are dirty, they are irresponsible, and um, that I should never believe them, and I should give them a piece of my mind, um, and so on and so forth. So every day I struggle with this thought, and I was thinking that I'm not taking this. They are they are totally bullying me, and I'm not taking this. I have to show myself and stand my ground pretty much. And so that was what I think inside. But to be honest, like um I feel in my mind that even if I want to say stuff like that to them, um I don't think they will listen. And I think everybody, even if they are doing something like this, um, everybody thinks they are actually correct in some ways, and they don't want to be told off by anybody. Yeah, so I was thinking that nobody wants to feel like they are the bad person inside. So what I did was every time I had a thought about them being terrible people and bullying me, I tell myself um, in my brain that I send out a good signal to God and say that, look, they are just sick or something, or they are just busy, or maybe they forgot, and maybe they intend to do it. They just haven't got around to it, and they should try to tell me. And they are nice people. They just have a lot of things that in their minds, and we didn't actually set a set time where they have to finish this sometime. Or maybe in their minds, we are just something that they can deal with in the weekend, and maybe there's a miscommunication, and they're basically nice, genuine people that's very reasonable, and usually they pay. It's just that this time they have difficulties. So I keep forcing myself to think this way, and I keep forcing myself to think, because as well with this neighbor is that they always pay. It's just that this time they didn't pay. So I keep thinking that they are definitely reasonable people, and they will get it sorted as soon as they are able to. And I don't need to be um, blaming them or anything, because they've done well in the past. And I'm so lucky to have such neighbors. So that's what I think. And I think I read from the book called No Complaints, or something like that. I will link this thing down below. Is that if you want people to behave a certain way, the more you treat them that way, the more they will behave. So if you treat them with respect, and if you treat them as if they are like nasty and selfish people, they will behave in a nasty, selfish way to you. And but if you always treat them as decent and sensible people, that you can reason with, and that they are smart, they will become smart, reasonable, genuine people who are very helpful and kind and nice to you. So, so that's what I practice here. Because I think as a person who loves a tidy garden, it was a struggle for me to see those weeds and have to deal with the lawns all the time. So what happens is that in the weekend, I sent in a text and I said, are you okay? Are you still okay doing this weeding? And would you prefer to pay money instead if you are not able to do it? That's all I did. And I put a smiley face as well, like as if we're just friends. The next thing you know is that 2 minutes later, they paid the $20. So I feel like um, whether if you call that law of attraction or the answer to prayers, I think none of the people actually want to, in their ego, want to see that themselves as bad people, even if they have done something that, like, obviously is not the right thing to do. Everyone has this ego, and the more you poke on it, the more they will try to protect it, and they will think that it's you who are, doing wrong, because if they are right, then definitely you are wrong. And so, and also I think it's a truth that they are not nasty people who are trying to get you, try to be out there and get you, because you are probably not in their mind at all. They are not out there to get you at all. They are just busy, and they have, priorities they have to take care of. And my priority is the garden, and their priority is their work and everything like that. So I feel like, it's definitely the best way to deal with anything is that you pray to God and send out a good signal, and always treat people with respect. Always treat people the way you want you want more of it. Like if you want people to be behaving sensible, then you have to treat them as if they are sensible people. So that's what I did here, and I'm glad that it worked out. And I hope this message challenge and encourage you to, when you deal with people, that this is a really good way to deal with people. I recommend this book, No Complaints, and another book is the How to Win Friends, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And he has many examples of this kind of people's ego protection when it comes to dealing with the problems and issues that you have. Yeah, I hope this video helps somebody. Thanks.